name is Crystal and welcome to my kitchen. This is week 1 of the contest and the theme is the appetizer round. So what we have is a chicken tikka and cheese puff that we're going to make today. Let's get started by cubing some chicken into about 1/2 inch pieces, and what you're looking for is pieces that are small enough to go into your pastry. I've used the thigh meat here. Go ahead and use chicken breast if you'd like to, but make sure to keep an eye on the cook time so that your breast doesn't dry out. To this, we're going to start by adding a tablespoon of Philadelphia light cream cheese. Just going to scrape that into the bowl here. And we're going to add a teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of ground garlic, 1 teaspoon of oil, 1 tablespoon of yogurt, a teaspoon of finely chopped coriander. If you don't like coriander and find the taste of it too strong, go ahead and use chopped parsley. And now for the spices. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala powder. This powder you can find in any Indian store, or you could go online and find a recipe to make it on your own at home. 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of red chili powder. And with the red chili powder, this is really hot, so you can go easy on it if you find it too spicy. Add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and mix all these ingredients well. And you're going to set this aside for 10 minutes to marinate at room temperature. Now I have some that's already been marinating, and if you find that some pieces are slightly bigger, I use kitchen shears to chop them up. Having all your meat the same size helps with the even cooking. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly push these spices away. Is on a sheet pan, drizzle some oil. Just brush that around and add your meat. Spread your meat out on the sheet pan, because what you're looking for is an even cooking, and you don't want the water to drain out of the meat and form this liquid at the bottom. You want it to cook evenly, and you're looking for a dry meat texture. So spread the meat out. And if you find any big pieces, again, go ahead and use kitchen shears and chop it up. I'm going to set this under the broiler for 20 minutes on high. After 10 minutes, make sure to turn your meat over so that you cook it evenly on both sides and to give it an even color on both sides. Chicken tikka usually has a little bit of a char. So if it does get a little brown, a little crispier, that's fine. It just adds flavor to the dish. So we're going to stick this in the broiler for 10 minutes, or 20 minutes. While that's cooking in the broiler, let's go ahead and make the cheese sauce that's going to go over the cooked meat. So let's get started by adding 2 tablespoons of room temperature cheese. And if you find that the cheese is too stiff, stick it in the microwave for about 10 seconds to loosen it up a little bit. So this again is Philadelphia light cream cheese. So just smooth it out a little bit before you go ahead and add the other ingredients. To this we're going to add a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice. This helps thin it out. And we're going to add some chopped coriander. This just brightens the flavors when you mix it with the chicken and add it over your pastry. So mix that well. And set it aside until your chicken is cooked. I have some chicken that's already cooked, and that's how it looks. You have a little bit of some char, which, like I said, adds flavor to the dish. So we're going to add the cream cheese mixture. And mix that well. At this point, you could add a lot of other things like green onions if you'd like a little bit of a bite. If you like your a little bit more spice, or you like heat in your dish, you could add some chopped green chilies, and the list is endless. You could basically play with it and make it your own. So mix that well, and we're going to set it aside. Now for the puff pastry, just going to go ahead and grab that from the fridge. Flour and dust your work surface so that the pastry doesn't stick, and you're looking to have an easy, pliable pastry to work with, and flouring just makes that so much easier. So we're going to put that right there and get working on rolling the dough. Now each packet of pastry comes with 2 of these little squares, so I'm using just one for this demo. So I grew up in India, and I have these wonderful memories of coming home from school, and Mom would have a plate full of what we used to call patties laid out for our tea time snack. And every time I eat puff pastry, it takes me back there, because just each time I bite into the pastry and you hear the crunch, my memories are built on sound and taste, so it definitely takes me back to those childhood days. So we're gonna just roll this out, and you're looking to roll it to about that thick. And as you see, the shape's not even, so I'm going to use a pizza slicer or a cutter and just cut out the edges. Just to make it look even and neat. And each sheet of puff pastry, we're going to cut it into 3 sections and go across, let's see, 4. So you're looking for that size. So it may vary depending on how much you roll out your dough. Once this is set, and you're basically ready to form the pastry. So spread it out a little bit. Don't worry about making it even and getting it perfect, because it's hard to get that done. So we're going to use a tablespoon and spoon some of this mixture onto each pastry. Take 2 of the sides and overlap them and twist them over to form a little bundle like that. And as we get them done, we're going to set them on a baking tray. So this goes into the oven for between 10 and 12 minutes. So once those come out of the oven, this is what they look like. These are the chicken tikka and cheese puffs. I hope you enjoy them. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed cooking with me.